Welcome everyone to Devo's Weed Crunkle. I am the man, the myth, legend. I don't know, but I'm that dude you probably heard of. Thank you for coming in and watching these videos. Please hit that like button, follow it by the subscription, and then with the bell, the notification. Let you know when we do live podcast shows. Or if you want to call it a panel, call it a panel. To me, a panel sounds like some creep in a van just trying to lure kids in there with candy. No bueno. I want to call it a podcast. We'll just have to get some different equipment. Yeah. And ask more questions. Anyway, enough of that. Rumor has it Devo and Upstate and Devo's Weed Chronicles is now monetized. That's all right. So please, if they're not that long, watch these commercials. I guess. I don't know. I clicked through them. I'm sorry, gang. But hey, you never know. You might learn something cool. You never know. Feel free to donate. All proceeds goes back to the channel and helps find sponsorships. All right. This is a portion of the video where I like to ask you folks, if you're in a legal and or a medical state that's in the union, smoke them if you got them. Hey, and if you're in a legal state, you can still smoke them if you got them. Just be careful. Cheers. Can't find a lighter. Oh, that sucks. We can do better than that. We can do way better than that. See, I've been doing this over and over and over again. And, yeah. Cheers. That's a good one. Okay, today, gang, we'll take you back to the time. Ooh. Apples and bananas. Apples and bananas. Good strain, man. Heavy indica. All right, I'm going to take you guys back to a time when, well, I wasn't in a band with this cat at the time, but he was a drummer that I had played with. Okay. And I had a pickup. He had, or got a hold of for the day. And look, we're country boys. Okay. We're country boys. Therefore, you get off the main road, pavement around here, you're on dirt, gravel. Gravel roads, dirt roads. So we were trying to find a sax, what the deal was. And he had got a hold of for the day a 2-man scamp. What this is a 2-man miniature boat that has 2 seats in it. Little bitty, like a pontoon, small pontoon looking thing. It's got a trolling motor on it. And you just put around. You don't make no noise. It's a creek jumper, really. It's like a 2-man canoe, but it's weird. It's like a miniature pontoon boat with 2 seats in it. Big enough for a nice chest and a tackle box, a couple poles. Yeah. Anyway, we had a battery. We had that thing, and he goes, hey, man, we're supposed to meet the big guy. Not Joe Biden, no. Underneath the bridge in a certain town. And we loaded the scamp up, and we always had fishing poles in our trucks, cars, wherever. So we stopped or broke down, and there's a pond close. We were at that pond fishing. I know, it's weird. So we had her over rig. He said, man, this guy's supposed to meet us right down here. I said, okay. Hey, man, there's a pond or something next to that, ain't it? Yes, there is. He said, I've already thought this out. While we're waiting on this guy, we're going to wet a hook. Killer! And it's 2 bridges over a major overpass in the middle of nowhere in the country. Okay, the road underneath it's dirt. The highway above it is transporting who knows what across the country. We're under the bridge kind of there, parked on the road there, got up, left the scamp in. We didn't get to put the scamp in water because we couldn't back the truck up in there. And there was a fence. So we jumped the fence. Man, we're out there really fishing. We're smoking what little bit of weed we had left, waiting on the guy to bring some. Not even a nibble. And we're there 15 minutes, man, okay? And that's odd because in the first 3 to 5 minutes, somebody caught something. If there's a fish in there, somebody caught something or got a nibble or, you know, something. Not a turtle. Nothing. It's a big pond too, man. I mean, it's a big pond. Nobody lives on it. Right next to major highway. Not even a cow, coyote. There wasn't even buzzards circling this pond. Nothing. Well, we still fishing. All of a sudden, this old man come by in a little old bitty Datsun pickup. I mean, an old pickup, 70 model. Put. He goes, kill. I heard him. You know, we're standing by the pond. Pond's just right there by the road. You know, there's a fence, the road to pond. About a 2-acre pond, big pond, or acre and a half. Anyway, that old man pulls up. He's got a bunch of dogs, man, in there, you know, in the back of his truck, and then 2 or 3 in the cab. And he's sitting there. He goes, "Hey!" He killed his little truck, you know. And you know, we're buying weed, so we're packing heat too. So I kind of like, oh no. So you know, seen who it was, this little old man by himself. He goes, "Hey, you boys getting into catching anything?" I looked over there and I said, "No, sir, not even a nibble." And then my buddy, he's walking down the pond bank. So that truck pulls up. Here he goes. He's going to try to get down there in case I get shot. You know, he had the money. I was like, he goes, "You don't know why you ain't catching nothing?" I was thinking to myself, oh, he's going to tell me how to fish now. I'm sitting there and I said, "Yes, sir. Tell me what I'm doing wrong." He goes, "Well, the first thing, you're fishing in a turd pond, man. That's a septic system out there." "Thank you, sir." Ha, 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 dumbass, stoners. And he was one smoking weed. Hey, Big J. I heard him. We put our stuff up. Old boy shows up. He said, "Hey, man, if you guys want to go fishing, I got some family down there on the coal pits. You know what a coal pits is?" "Oh, yeah, we know what a coal pits is. See, these coal pits run for a long ways, but they're real narrow and deep. And they go across a bunch of different people's land, right? And there's no fences because it's, you know, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful water. Bass. I mean, huge bass. But it's probably 8 miles of a canal they dug. It splits in a couple of spots, but the longest one's the best one. Me and Big J, that's what we got our sack. We got our sack, and he showed us where to put in. We get in. We're riding down, man. We're catching the little ones, you know, this and that. Me and him passing. I rolled one, man, immediately. We had ice cold beer. We're passing back and forth, man, fishing. You know, we're catching maybe, you know, 1.5 pounders, you know, just boom, 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 boom. He said, "These fish are too little, man. We need to go deeper." I said, "Well, let's go." So we get down off in the shade, man. There was we heard some guys shooting kind of in the distance. You don't think about it because people do that here. We keep going, man. All of a sudden, I seen a sign, but it was leaning over like the flood got it and pushed it up behind a bunch of stuff. It said, "You're trespassing on blah, blah, blah." We get on around, get into this cove, man. I mean, this cove was freaking awesome. Yeah. Not really a cove per se because it had a big ass like this. We just didn't go in there. We stopped right there, and it's kind of a big opening, man. Dude, about every other cast, any stump, twig, anything in the water, hanging into the water, a cliff, whatever, just about every cast you'd pull out 2 pounds. I think he got a 4-pounder. And we're not keeping them. We're not putting them on a stringer. Okay? We're not putting them on a stringer. We're turning them loose. My buddy happens to hook one. I mean, this thing's probably 7 pounds. Okay, 8, maybe. He says 8, but it's more like 6.5. I don't know. Big fish. He says, man, this is before cell phones and all this good stuff. So he goes, man, we're taking this thing back. We had a camera in pickup, with a party cameras. He said, man, I got to take a picture of this and I'll turn it loose right there. We can do it. So we did put it on a stringer and had it hanging off the boat. We're over there fishing, man, and everything. And all of a sudden I hear some gravel, and we're right there by the road, dirt road, right? I hear people go by. And that was the only car I heard, and we were there for 2 hours, okay? But those guys were shooting over there. All of a sudden, shooting stop. Here comes a car goes by. Truck. Didn't slow down, didn't do nothing. You know, and then all of a sudden I said, hey, man, you better ready to head back out? He said, yeah, man, hang on. I'm going to go up in this little neck right here. I know there's a big one in here. So I'm sitting back here. You know, I'm done fishing. I'm sitting there, smoking weed, drinking beer. Well, I told you we were packing. We left it in the truck. I didn't think we needed it, man. We didn't see no snakes. We didn't see nothing. So I never really thought about it until we're sitting there. We're sideways with our backs to the road in swivel chairs just like this. I'm sitting up front. He's in the back. He's a little bit heavier than me, so the boat's like this. He's intense, man. He's really getting it. I pass him a joint. Come on, man. You know, and he might have been a little bit of, okay, he was a drummer. Anyway, he's intense, hitting the spot. All of a sudden I hear somebody go, I hear a bolt drop on a gun. And I'm telling you, where we're at, it ain't wide at all. You could throw a rock across it, no problem. It's just deep. All of a sudden, I heard a bolt drop on a gun, like a. I swivel my little fat rear end around with my joint and my beard. I'm like, there's a dude standing there with a gun, man. A freaking gun, like a 45. He makes eye contact and he goes, how's it going? I went, he goes, you catching any fish? Like that. And I'm like, my buddy with his back. And he goes, look at this one. He goes, like that. I was going, dude. He said, you know what, boys? I suggest y'all get the F out of here right now. He goes, hey, my buddy didn't steal. His back was turned. Didn't know. I'm tapping him, trying to tell him he's got a gun. He looks at me. He turns around. He's like, ain't nobody leaving the hole. Yes, sir. We're out of here right now. He goes, turn that fish loose. He said, yes, sir. Slow. I'm sitting here going like that. As we're looking at him, I'm like, oh, just my buddy going. As we get about 5 minutes later, we're about 15 foot from him. He turns around. He's going to get smart. He goes, hey, the next time, I go, dude, shut up, man. He goes, you got a gun? I said, it's in the truck. It was so slow. I almost jumped out and started swimming. I'd have smoked him. That's how slow this thing is. Yeah. And it'd be hammered and high. Good times, man. Good times. Hey guys, if you like stories like these, please hit that like button. Subscription. Share me around, man. We're also on Rumble now. Make you an account. Come in. Hit like. Follow. Devo and Upstate. Until next time, look, I'm not down, man. You're blessed. And keep smoking, baby.